Welcome back to the WCBL Week 6. This week I am building for my opponent, Aszi. I'm not sure if that's actually how you pronounce it. A-S-Z-I. Aszi. I'm gonna just say that. He took over for the person that took over for TB. So let us get right into the team builder. So forgot to update my team because I did make trades for my team. I do not have Zebstrika anymore. I have Rapidash is in that spot. Instead of Aerodactyl, I have Regirock, and instead of Vulcan, I have Thunderous Variant. But once again, ordered in how I think he's most likely going to sort of bring on his team. But this is not the be-all for what he is actually going to bring. But pretty good chance that he brings these mods. First off, Thunderous Variant outspeeds my entire team, barring Scarfers, now that I don't have Mega Aerodactyl. Can be quite a nuisance with Nasty Plot. I'm kind of fearing a Nasty Plot set that will blow back my entire team. Could also be a good defensive mod if he is running bulky with Prankster Bulk Up, and then like a Rest of Chest or something like that can help all my physical threats. So we'll have to try and figure out which one of them he brings once I see it. Prankster T-Wave could be a problem as well. Yeah. Gets Taunt, which is a nuisance since I'll usually like to run things that are weak against Taunt. And next up we have Cobalion with Steel Fighting, does a number on my team. Basically sort of has to also come because it's one of the really only things that can completely straight up blow back Umbreon without setting up first. It is also one of his... No, it's not one of his Z-move users. Scratch that. But still, it's a good rocker. Beats my two rockers in Piloswine and Regirock now. So it is a good rocker for him. Next up we have Necrozma. Necrozma I am expecting to be brought as a special wall, since if not his Cobalion isn't special wall, Necrozma basically has to help take hits from that Dragalge, from Mega Bro, and from my Thunderous now. Otherwise, he doesn't have the best special walls for those mods, besides Necrozma, so really expecting like a def set, maybe double setup with Calm Mind, and I don't know. Calm Mind Store Power might be a thing that he might want to run with like Focus Blast and then Morning Sun. Probably though will have Toxic, maybe, to whittle down my team. Could very well run Heat Wave for the Kartana. And yeah. Next up we have Mega Aerodactyl. Mega Aerodactyl outspeeds my entire team, even without speed and it being adamant, so he could run adamant max attack, and then put like the extra 252 into defensives to help take hits better. Not really sure he will bring the Aerodactyl, even though it does outspeed my entire team at 252 adamant with no speed. it kind of has to choose what it can deal with and what it can't deal with. Can't really deal well with Umbreon. Unless it brings like some kind of setup, but then it'll lose out on coverage. Kind of thinking it needs Fire Fang, Crunch, Stone Edge, and Earthquake as it attacks to do the most damage to my team. Then we have Swampert. Swampert is basically his best spring to stop my Thunderous Spherian from just Volt Switching all over his team. If he doesn't bring Swampert, for that he would have to bring Sandslash, and Sandslash is, in my opinion, more of death fodder for my team, since it is, well, it's actually faster than the Swampert. However, without that water typing, Mega Bro can deal with it quite well, unlike that Swampert. Yeah. Swampert will also help wall the Rapidash. Helps better wall Piloswine with the ice. And yeah. Only from Swampert would probably be its quad weakness to grass, but Kartana would still blow back that Sandslash even without quad weakness. So Swampert is still good. Could also be his rocker over Cobalion. Also deals well with my two rockers. So he would win that lead matchup. If I lead with rocks and he leads with that, he would win that match every time. Then we have Dolomize. Dolomize is probably his best form of hazard removal. Unless he's bringing Defog on Aerodactyl, maybe a Thunderous, but then it loses out on coverage to hit my team, which could be deadly to me. It also gives him a fighting immunity, so I can't just click High Jump Kick if I bring Hitmonlee. It can also trap things in with Spirit Shackle. Not Spirit Shackle, whatever it's Steel type. Anchor Shot, that's it. And can do lots of damage to things with that. Helps decently well Kartana if it's not running Knockoff or Night Slash on that Kartana. And yeah. Quite powerful. Helps while the Slowbro. Both stabs are good against both of my stabs on Mega Bro. Then we have Kyurem. Kyurem Black. It's not unthinkable to be brought. Actually does have a good matchup since it goes past these guys as well as Piloswine's Fikfat. However, with its speed, a lot of my things on my team can outspeed and revenge it. Unless it's like Scarfed, but then it's locking itself into a move, which allows certain mons on my team to come in depending on what move it locks it in and kill it. So if it is brought, has to be Scarfed, either that or it has to come with that Rabambi with webs. Webs could be a problem for my team. However, Rabambi doesn't have that easy of a time coming in on my team, even if it is a lead. Still can easily get knocked out by something like Piloswine with a nice move, then Ice Shard, knocking it down to its sash, and then it's gone, and then I just had to get rid of the sticky webs. Bug Fairy, both are really good against Umbreon. However, Dragalge can basically hard wall hit. Yeah. Then we have Laurantis. Laurantis could be brought. Also a good wall for Cortana. Boosting up with things such as superpower could be nice to help take on the things that would like to deal with it, such as Pilot's Wine and Rapid Dash. However, once again, has a hard time dealing with Dragalge. And that would basically lead to a free Sludge Wave on something, unless he reads the Sludge Wave and goes into Cabalion. Also for the Draco. And yeah. Then we have Magmortar. People might think it would be an awesome wall for Cortana, but bulky Thundurus or bulky Laurantis actually do better at walling it than the Magmortar, unless the Magmortar's flame body activates and burns the Cortana. And yeah, it is one of his Z-move users. The other one was that Kyurem, so could easily bring Z-Hail for that speed boost. And that 100% accuracy. Blizzards could be a problem on that Kyurem, but not sure if my opponent would be ballsy enough to do that. Magmortar, yeah, kind of has to run mixed if it's brought with things such as Earthquake and Focus Blast, and then like Thunder Punch, and then some kind of fire move. And yeah, and then like I said, Slam Slash, worse rocker than Swampert, worse spinner than the Dolomites, so not really going to be brought. Then let us get into my team. First off, we have Wilbur the Pilot's Wine, Violet, Thick Fat, Icicle Crash, Artisaur, or Earthquake, Stealth Rock. An interesting spread this week. Enough speed to outspeed Adamant, no speed Sandslash if for some reason he decides to bring it. With the bulk, I am basically guaranteed to knock out the Thundurus with an Icicle Crash, then Ice Shard. With this bulk, can take a Timid Life or Focus Blast from Thundurus after Stealth Rocks. Can take a Choice Banded Jolly Close Combat from the Cabalion 70% of the time, and then knock it out with an Earthquake, or 30% of the chance. But the 70% chance that I don't OHKO it after that close combat, I am guaranteed to knock it out with an Ice Shard, so I'm all good there. Can be able to knock out the Mega Aerodactyl with 2 Icicle Crash and Ice Shard, while Mega Aerodactyl is not knocking me out with Stone Edge in that process in 2 hits, unless he gets like a crit, which would be really unfortunate. Can't really do anything to the Swampert. Icicle Crash is real nice for that Dolomize. Rocks are nice for Kyurem B to stop it from switching in and around, same as Thundurus and Mega Aerodactyl and the Ribombee. Like I said before, Icicle Crash will knock the Ribombee down to the sash and KO it with Ice Shard. Icicle Crash should be able to two-shot Laurantis. Speed is also nice for that, so if he's running like a bulky Laurantis, or like not that much speed in the Laurantis, I will outspeed it. Can help wall the Magmortar and take it out with Earthquake. Can take out the Slam Slash with Icicle Crash in 2 hits. If he is bulky, if he's offensive, can probably do it in 1 hit If not, then we'll be able to knock out with the Ice Shard. Whew. So, nice spread on that Piloswine. Next up, we have Spirit, the Rapidash, Steel MZ, Flame Buddy, Will-O-Wisp, Flame Charge, Iron Tail. High horsepower, enough speed to outspeed Kyurem Black if it is not scarfed. If it is scarfed, if I can get a Flame Charge up, then I will be able to outspeed it. Steel MZ, Iron Tail, with this attack, I am guaranteed to knock out the Kyurem Black after Stealth Rocks if he is not a bulky set. If he's a bulky set, then he loses out on attacking potential. I can Will-O-Wisp things such as a Cobalion, which can't really do anything to me except maybe a Stone Edge. But even that, I can take it, get the Will-O-Wisp off. He probably also doesn't want to risk he being like scarfed or something and blowing it back with a Flare Blitz. Scare out the Dolomites with the fire attack, burning things on the switch in, such as the Mega Aerodactyl, which might want to switch into that, or the Kyurem Black, weakening Kyurem Black's physical attack. If he is running more physical, which would be really nice for like things such as Outrage, Bolt Strike, Iron Head, those kinds of moves. Flame Charge is nice for the Rabambi. Will-O-Wisp is nice for the Lurantis if it is trying to set up with superpowers. Kind of have to watch out for the Magmortar if that is brought, which is why I'm bringing high horsepower for that. Because otherwise I wouldn't want to be able to touch it, and then he might be able to do something like set up a Belly Drum free, which is kind of a worry if he has like sticky webs up. And I can burn the Sandslash, so really gonna try and burn the Sandslash in the Swampert. Really good for that, since they'll most likely want to hit me with an Earthquake, not the Scald from the Swampert, because it'll probably be more physically, probably not any attack investment physically or special. And yeah. Next up, I am bringing Lino, the Thunderous Variant, Assault Vest, Volt, Absorb, Volt Switch, Grass Knot, Thunderbolt. Focus Blast, once again, enough speed to outspeed Kyurem Black. Enough special attack to 1v1 his Thunderous. Unless it's something like Nasty Plot, that could be a problem. But then he would need something like Hidden Power Ice. I guess he could run Hidden Power Ice, Thunderbolt, and then Focus Blast to go with my team. Focus Blast is nice for that Cobalion. Can Volt Switch out on the Necrozma. Can Volt Switch out on the Mega Aerodactyl. Grass Knot is there for the Swampert. Volt Switch out on the Dolomites. Focus Blast for Kyurem Black. Can do a lot of damage with Thunderbolt to the Rabambi. Volt Switch out on his Lurantis and Magmortar. Main reason is to help 1v1 that his Thunderous, though, which could be a problem. Next up, I am bringing Rubber Legs, the Hitmonlee, Weakness Policy on Burden, Jump Kick, Knockoff, Stone Edge, and Endure. Enough speed to outspeed Rabambi at +1 once I get that Burden boost. Weakness Policy, Endure is nice because then I get the +2 attack, and then I can blow back, I believe, everything on his team in a 1 hit after rocks damage. Will have to watch out though with protects because high jump kick not very Gucci at 1 HP. Might change that for Drain Punch. I'll run some calcs after this to see if Drain Punch would actually be better. Knockoff is nice for that Double Mice and the Necrozma. Stone Edge is nice for that Thunderous Fury and the Bombi, which otherwise would probably take the high jump kick decently well. And yeah. Next up, I have Jack the Silvally, this time with Water Memory, so it's Water type. Default protects Toxic Surf. With this set, this is mainly to help wall the Mega Aerodactyl. Also helps deal with Swampert and Sandslash and Magmortar. Helps wall Cobalion quite nicely with this defense investment. Helps wall Kyron Black, except for like Bolt Strike. However, if it is Bolt Strike, he would have to fear Bolt Striking into my Piloswine or my Thunderous Fury, which is real nice. So you can't just click Bolt Strike all willy-nilly. And like I said, if he's like Choice Scarf to outspeed my mons, then locking himself into Bolt Strike would not be good for him. If he's not, then I have things to deal with it. Toxic is nice to whittle down to the Necrozma, the Swampert, Sandslash, I guess, even though I could flow them back with Surf. Toxic is nice for the switch in with the Dhelmise or Lurantis, if that's going to be a switch into this. Or even the Kyron Black. I'm running Protect instead of something like Parting Shot, because if he is Choice Scarf Kyron Black and I find that out, if he tries to bring it in on this Valley Water, I can Protect to see what he wants to lock himself into before I make my move, so I don't have to risk going straight into my Piloswine or my Thunderous Fury. I can see if he's going to lock himself into Bolt Strike or another move that this Silvally will actually eat. And last but not least, we have Sock Puppet, the Mimikyu, Stelic Berry Disguise, Substitute Sword Stance, Shadow Claw, Play Rough. Once again, enough speed to outspeed the Kyron Black. My HP is divisible by 4, so I will easily be able to activate that Stelic Berry if there are no rocks on the field. For defense, because that was left over from the speed. And hopefully I can get that Substitute and Sword Stance at +2. I believe I almost OHKO everything on his team after rocks. The things I don't, I could set up Sword Stance on with these guys and Substitute. If his Kyron Black is not Scarfed, then I can easily set up a Sword Stance on that if it's a switch in after the Substitute. And I can get the Stelic Berry boost, which would be nice to outspeed everything on his team, barring maybe Scarf Thunderous or Scarfed Cobalion. Are probably Scarfers. Or maybe Rock Polish, Necrozma, or Quiver Dance, or Bombi. But that is my team for this week. Hopefully we can win. Since we are now 3-2, this match is kind of important to stay ahead of the curve with the battles. So catch you in the battle, which will come out shortly after this video. Bye bye!